Prince Edward jets off to Canada just weeks after King Charles. The Duke of Edinburgh leaves for Canada today for a 7-day, solo trip to the Commonwealth country. The Duke of Edinburgh leaves for Canada today for a 7-day solo trip until July 2nd. Prince Edward, 61, will carry out a number of royal engagements in the Commonwealth country, visiting several different areas, including Toronto. With senior royals representing the monarchy across the Commonwealth, Prince Edward's engagements are part of an ongoing pattern, often undertaking duties where the King and Prince of Wales are unable to attend. Hello viewers, please remember to subscribe and click on the notifications bell icon, so you will be notified whenever we upload new cookies about the British royal family. Edward will also be attending Prince Edward Island to attend celebrations marking the 150th anniversary of the regiment, including a Freedom of the City parade. The Duke has been Colonel-in-Chief since 2005. Prince Edward and Sophie, Duchess of Edinburgh, visit Queen Elizabeth and Prince Philip's Malta home. Prince Edward and Sophie, the Duchess of Edinburgh, are following in Queen Elizabeth and Prince Philip's footsteps in Malta. The Duke and Duchess of Edinburgh are in Malta this week for a 4-day visit to commemorate the 60th anniversary of its independence and celebrate the country's shared heritage and continued collaboration with the United Kingdom. Prince Edward's parents, the late Queen and Prince Philip, lived in Malta as newlyweds while Philip served with the Royal Navy's Mediterranean Fleet, and he and his wife returned to their former home on October 9th. Then Princess Elizabeth and Prince Philip lived at Villa Gardamangia in Valletta from 1949 to 1951 during his service, an era which biographer Ben Pimlott has described as the most normal of her entire life, and then Private Secretary Mike Parker called a fabulous period. Prince Edward, 60, and Sophie, 59, became the first members of the royal family to return to Villa Gardamangia since 1951. The Telegraph reported, and toured the Palazzo-style mansion being restored by the Maltese government. The Duke and Duchess of Edinburgh retraced his parents' footsteps throughout the villa and recreated an iconic snapshot of the future Queen and Prince Philip on the rooftop. They were accompanied on the tour by Elizabeth Pule, whose mother Jessie worked as a housekeeper at Villa Gardamangia when the royals lived there, and Edward said that the late Queen always remembered her. "I know that my mother spotted her in the crowds several times. While visiting Malta, she never forgot her." The Telegraph reported that a small crowd convened during Edward and Sophie's visit to the villa, some curious and holding phones, others eager to pay respects in some way to the late Queen. The tiny island of Malta was the only place Queen Elizabeth called home outside of the UK during her long life, and that fact is considered a point of pride among local people. The 6-bedroom, 3-bath home, which was originally rented by Prince Philip's beloved uncle, Lord Louis Mountbatten, eventually fell into disrepair. It was bought by the government of Malta and entrusted to Heritage Malta in 2020 for a major renovation costing over an estimated $10 million. Project plans said that the refurbished site will one day highlight Queen Elizabeth and Prince Philip's experience in Malta. In the 2012 biography The Queen, Pimlott writes that Malta was a haven of comparative privacy and freedom from official duties for the future Queen Elizabeth. She relished in her role as a service wife, albeit one with a team of servants, while she left her 1-year-old son, the future King Charles, at the royal nursery and with his maternal grandparents, King George VI and the Queen Mother, back in Sandringham at Christmas time. Then Princess Elizabeth, who was then styled as the Duchess of Edinburgh, as Sophie is known today, announced she was pregnant with Princess and there in April 1950 and returned home to Clarence House in London in order to give birth in August of that year. Queen Elizabeth's life changed when she acceded to the throne at age 25 in 1952 upon the sudden death of her father, though Malta forever kept a special place in her heart. She traveled back several times in the years that followed and paid what proved to be her final visit in 2015 for the Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting. Prince Edward and Sophie were welcomed to Malta by President Miriam Spiteri de Bono on October 7. And other outings they have made so far include a wreath-laying to honour lives lost in World War II, meeting with members of the Maltese UK Veterans Association, and stop at the Duke of Edinburgh International Award's new local headquarters for Prince Edward. Duchess of Edinburgh and Prince Edward spotted abroad as couple ignore work ethic snub. The Duchess of Edinburgh and Prince Edward have been spotted abroad as the couple continue to ignore a royal snub. The Duke and Duchess of Edinburgh arrived in Malta on Monday for a brief four-day royal tour to mark the 60th year of its independence. On arrival, Prince Edward, 60, and Sophie, 59, met with the President and the Prime Minister of Malta. The royal couple later attended a Commonwealth reception at Whitehall Mansions, the residence of the British High Commissioner in Tasbaix, where they met local dignitaries and Commonwealth Points of Light Award winners and young leaders. Today, the Duke and Duchess officially opened the Submariner's Walkway in Valletta on the second day of their royal tour. This royal tour comes shortly after Lady Pamela Hicks, a lady-in-waiting to Queen Elizabeth II, appeared to snub Prince Edward and Sophie's work ethic. India Hicks, Lady Pamela's daughter, claimed her mother is a strong proponent of a modernized monarchy. Hicks told Marie Claire, "My mother thinks that it is modernizing in a way that it should, and she absolutely believes in the thinning down of the royal family and making it this core hard-working foursome." The 57-year-old was referring to King Charles.The, Queen Camilla, and the Prince and Princess of Wales as the hard-working foursome. In so doing, Hicks omitted the Duke and Duchess of Edinburgh, two of the hardest-working members of the royal family. Prince Edward performed a whopping 297 engagements in 2023, finishing in third place behind Princess Anne and the King. Prince Edward's outing is being viewed as a positive sign following the Duchess of Edinburgh's accident. On Tuesday, Sophie, 59, could be seen wincing as a ball flew towards her face, with royal photographer Tim Rook capturing the moment. He wrote on social media, "Sophie Duchess of Edinburgh manages to hit herself with the ball while playing crazy golf at Legoland Windsor." Prince Edward's outing is being viewed as a positive sign following the Duchess of Edinburgh's accident. The Duchess of Edinburgh was visiting Legoland in her capacity as patron of the National Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Children, NSPCC. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like this video and drop comments. And most importantly, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything.